Part 26. Transformed into a comic book artist. Author, Miao by Shen Wu. Chapter 261. The song selection competition progressed very quickly, and Lin Jingshu would drag Susienner to the living room every night to watch the song selection competition together, and sometimes ask her what she thought of the songs. Susienner didn't think she had any good opinions, but looking at Lin Jingshu's expectant eyes, she could only bite the bullet and take the time to listen to the music while playing games to express her opinions. Going to the back, Susienner found that Lin Jingshu was getting more and more nervous, and she was obviously very troubled about whether her song should be played. As for Susienner, she wasn't nervous at all, but she was a little hung up on whether her song could win the championship. Taiwan Novel Network Rightward Arrow. Because she discovered that among the hundreds of songs, although her song was excellent and of high quality, it was not the best song. Like the song White Sakura on the first day, the melody is no different from Wang Banbai's previous life, it's just a Japanese song, and the lyrics are slightly different. The inspirational level of the song is very similar to Blooming Life by Wang Banbai in his previous life. Naturally, this song was selected as the first place in the first issue and was directly promoted. When the song selection competition ended that night, many netizens asked for the online version of this song. Unfortunately, this song appeared for the first time, and the song selection competition had not yet ended, and Sakura Group had not uploaded it. Going online, due to copyright issues, this song is not available on the internet. Even if it was edited, it was deleted at the request of Sakura Group. Therefore, the song White Sakura has always been a song that netizens can't forget. In addition, there are also some high-quality songs such as Sakura in the Sky, Guess the Sakura, Flying Petals, etc., which make many viewers look forward to being put on the internet for their enjoyment after the song selection competition is over. While the song selection competition was going on, the scores for the college entrance examination also came out. Many of Susienner's fans were crying on her Weibo because of the scores. Some of them did well and some failed. Anyway, life is full of different situations. The media was very interested in Susienner's scores. When the scores could be checked, they consciously checked them for Susienner. Looking at the score of 599. Many people's jaws dropped. You must know that Susienner's math scores are not recorded. In other words, if 150 points are deducted, the full score for Susienner is 600 points, and Susienner only had 1 point deducted. It is very possible that this 1 point is a point deducted for the Chinese composition, or a point deducted for other questions. For a moment, the media reported this aspect vigorously, and then except for a short period of uproar on the internet, the news quickly subsided because the song selection competition was still in progress at this time. The direction of the internet is still in the song selection competition. This made Susienner relieved, as long as the media's eyes were not on her. Tencent Animation plans to announce that Your Name will be released on August 15, but for this reason it has been postponed to August 5. This month is the month of song selection competition. During this period, Asada Sayori also learned that Susienner had participated in the song selection competition, and she couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief. She did not ask which song it was. If she wins the championship, Susienner will definitely tell her. If she loses the election, she won't ask or hurt Susienner's self-confidence. After all, Sayori Asada did not expect that the song selection contest would attract so many high-quality songs. This song selection contest is held for Sakura Suzuki. As long as it is a song that wins the championship, Sakura Suzuki in heaven will like it. The time has come to the end of July, and more than half of the summer vacation has passed. This game of yours has too many bugs. Can you fix the bugs properly in the open beta? What? Directly open the beta and let the players help test the bugs. What kind of shit planner said that? Wang Zimen? Who? Oh, it's you who failed that new plan for 3. Haha, it's nothing. I wish you a successful game. Susiener laughed briefly and hung up the phone. Although she no longer has any shares in MiHoYo is still trying to make friends with her. I don't know where she got her changed mobile phone number. Of course, her current identity is just a member of the closed beta players. Wang Ximen does not know her existence, or there are too many closed beta players, and Wang Ximen will not care about this. However, Susiener was a small shareholder of MiHoYo before. Although she basically didn't show up, don't forget that the artist was her student, so she naturally knew some information. For example, Wang Ximen only fixed most of the bugs, and there were still many bugs that were not fixed, so he hurriedly planned to launch a public beta. As for the reason, it turns out that they are too lazy to fix it, so the public beta allows players to help test it. MMP. Although this reason is very unreliable, Wang Ximen can definitely do it, or, as long as it is a public beta, relying on the uneven quality of the current game industry, Honkai Impact 3 will definitely be a big hit in the mobile game industry. As for the reason why Wang Ximen did this, Susiener didn't even have to think about it to know that this guy wanted many players who were looking forward to this game to be able to play this game. In other words, it should be that Wang Ximen couldn't wait and wanted to play with the players. Play. After all, when we first chatted with the other party, Wang Ximen bought MiHoYo because of the game promotion of Honkai Impact 3, and then became the planner himself. Although the closed beta can be played, there are only 1 or 2,000 closed beta players, and there are not many people talking about it online. After all, although there is news about the closed beta, there are only screenshots of the closed beta players, leaving many players who are looking forward to it. My heart is itching. In addition, the public beta has not yet started, and naturally it has not started to promote it, so only a few people know. And Wang Ximen is a guy who likes to join in the fun. The more people play this game, the more exciting it becomes for her. So we can't wait for the public beta. After hearing the news, Susiener lamented that the game Honkai Impact 3, regardless of past and present life, is a professional shit-feeding game. Come on, Mr. Su, the song selection competition has begun. Maybe you can hear our 2 songs tonight. Susiener's and Lin Jingshu's songs all started with Y, and last night there were all songs that started with Y, but there were no songs by her and Lin Jingshu. Because there were a total of 25 songs last night, and there were 16 songs called Sakura, which made the audience complain. No wonder Sakura Group said that the song selection competition could last for several days. It turns out that the number of songs all starts with the letter Y. And it's all Sakura. Okay, audience friends, judges and teachers, let's listen to today's first song, Sakura. Nima, it's Sakura again. Can't these singers just choose other names? And the quality of the songs is not bad. From now on, when I search Sakura, I won't even know which song to listen to. Which song Sakura is this? You made me laugh out loud. The first song was Sakura. Damn it, isn't this Sakura? Sakura wants to meet you. However, as soon as the host finished speaking, a very familiar melody sounded, which made the audience startled and the judges were also stunned for a moment. This melody is so familiar. 1/4. Transformed into a comic book artist. Author, Miao by Shen Wu. Chapter 262. Okay, audience friends, judges and teachers, let's listen to today's first song, Sakura. Why is MMP Sakura again? Susiener, who was lying on the carpet in front of the TV, munching on a bag of potato chips, had a look of disgust on her face. Lin Jingshu, sitting aside, covered her mouth and snickered. Every time the title of Sakura came out, Susiener would his eyes sparkled, but he found out that none of the songs were his, so he felt disgusted with them. And now, Susiener can't help but complain when she hears the song title is Sakura. It's her fault for not giving the song a good name. I've been complaining about it on the internet recently. I've seen the word Sakura so many times that I'm almost vomiting. However, when the familiar melody sounded, Susienner and Lin Jingshu were stunned. Classmate Su. Classmate Su. It's your song. Lin Jingshu was stunned for a moment when she heard the melody, but she immediately realized it and said excitedly. After being shaken a few times, Susienner reacted and stared at the TV with flickering eyes without saying anything, intending to see what the judges had to say. Of course, all this has to wait until the song is finished. Not only the audience is familiar with it, but even the judges are very familiar with it. Huang Guang, in particular, muttered in his heart, "This can't be my student's song, the melody is too similar. Sakura and Sakura Sakura Want to Meet You are original and adapted. Sakura Sakura Wants to See You is a well-known song adapted from Sakura. It also inherits the melody of the song and responds to the first song. These are two connected songs. But people in this world don't know that." When the familiar melody sounded, although the expressions of the judges changed, they still listened with concentration. In order to win the championship, Susienner naturally put a lot of thought into the song Sakura. In terms of voice, in order to fit the lyrics, she changed her voice, and her voice became more gentle and melodious, with a gentle and graceful voice, and her voice was filled with undisguised sadness. Because the song as a whole is telling the story of a mother who lost her child. Sakura-chan, I really want to see you. I really want to see you now. When the first straightforward and slightly heart-rending voice sounded, everyone at the scene was shocked. "Oh gods who call you back to heaven, please. My chest feels like it's tearing apart. Sakura-chan, I really want to see you. I really want to see you now." The lyrics of the song Sakura are very straightforward and simple, without fancy words, every word is very straightforward. However, when the ordinary lyrics were reflected on the screen, for some reason everyone felt a heavy feeling in their hearts when listening to the sound. This direct expression of emotion is touching. "You were born in spring, and I named you Sakura. A very cute Sakura with only 3 hiragana names. Hold your little thumb-sized hand. You can still smile happily even if you can't open your eyes." The words are straightforward but deeply rooted in people's hearts. When the song entered the middle stage, the scene was extremely quiet. Whether it was the live audience or the audience in front of computers and TVs, they were all listening to the song quietly. I had been speculating whether the song would be Susienner's Huang Guang. At this time, I gave up all the messy thoughts and quietly felt the touch brought by the song. Undoubtedly, this is a tragic song, judging from the atmosphere at the scene, it is also a high-quality song. The sound and lyrics are just right, not to mention the melody. You must know that the melody of the song Sakura Sakura Wants to See You has been praised by the music media. The 5 judges present, except Ji Ling, all praised the melody of Sakura Sakura Wants to See You at the time. Although the current Sakura melody has been adapted and different, it has not lost that beautiful feeling. Songs with excellent lyrics and music will naturally move people's hearts. The wind in June chases and plays on the embankment. July rain, looking at hydrangeas through the windowsill. January snow, you are rolled up in a blanket. A dream in April, a birthday celebrated every year. The song is still in progress. From the TV, the camera's focus is entirely on the 5 judges, especially facial expressions that can directly express a person's true emotions. The audience in front of the TV discovered that although the 5 judges had different expressions, they were all obviously immersed in the song. When the song reached its final stage, the melody gradually slowed down and the lyrics also came to an end. "Tomorrow, if it's sunny. Where should I take you to play? Sakura. Now is the time when cherry blossoms bloom. It's going to be very beautiful." The melody became lower and lower, the song completely reached the end, and the singer's voice gradually calmed down. And just when the audience and even the judges thought it was about to end, a low and happy smile came from the screen. The sound is very low and very short, nearly a second. But that gentle, happy laughter made all the audience, host, and even the judges feel trembling in their hearts, like an electric shock, and their whole bodies got goosebumps. Accompanying the happy laughter was a low groan. Sakura. When the song fell with the sound of Sakura, the whole place fell silent. Great. Great. Lin Jingshu's eyes widened when she saw this scene, and she was excited. As the first listener to listen to this song, Lin Jingshu was shocked by the last laugh. Not scared, but amazing. It can be said that this happy laugh completely sublimated the song. It's just so Susienner smiled proudly. She was also moved by the song when she watched the MV on Bilibili. Or at the end of the song, the singer Kenichi Takano's happy smile at the end shocked her and gave her goosebumps. An extremely sad song, because Kenichi Takano's happy smile in the MV completely sublimated it. But the song selection competition only listens to the song, and no music MV is allowed. So Susienner was thinking, how to express that emotion. After that, she started to experiment, and then thought of a simple way, that is, to show a happy laugh at the end, but this sound cannot be abrupt, it must be integrated into the song, otherwise it will be a failure. Later, when she was recording the song, she had to re-record it several times because she couldn't control the size and length of her laughter. The laughter shouldn't last too long, 1 second is the maximum, and the sound shouldn't be too loud, because the song ends with a low hum, and if the laughter is too abrupt, it will definitely be a failure. The most important thing is the emotion. After all, the ending is thinking about the happy days of living with Xiaoying. So this sound is very happy, it is also the sadness of the whole song that highlights the sense of happiness, so this is a hot spot of the whole song. Now watching TV, Susienner knows that she succeeded. At this time, the host finally reacted from the song, holding the microphone and came to the front desk, taking a deep breath. It is really a song that is extremely sad but happy. 2/4. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Transformed into a comic book artist. Author, Miao by Sheng Wu. Chapter 263. Judges and teachers, what do you think of this song Sakura? In the song selection competition, music is the center of the competition, and as the host, Fei Yu, even if her mind is surging after listening to the song, she can't say some biased words. These words can only be said by the judges. Therefore, Fei Yu handed over the control of the field to the 5 judges. The 5 judges looked at each other, and Qin Huai, who was sitting on the far right, crossed his arms and leaned against the table to speak. As soon as he opened his mouth, Qin Huai sighed deeply. After listening to this song Sakura, if it weren't for host Fei's voice, I might still be immersed in it, but since I am a judge, I naturally have to fulfill my obligations. When it comes to music, we must talk about the voice. Let's not talk about other things, just the singer's voice, which is gentle and virtuous. This kind of voice is very familiar to us in daily life. This is the voice of our mother, but in the music world, it's rare to sing songs with this kind of voice. It's not that it's impossible, but it's difficult. I don't know if the singer's original voice is like this, but singing this song with this kind of voice is eye-catching and it is undoubtedly very suitable. Yes, this singer is impeccable in terms of voice. Teacher Qin is right seeing this. Chen Xiao continued with a smile. To be honest, as soon as the intro melody of this song sounded, it reminded me of a song. It must be not only me, but also the audience. Familiar. This song is undoubtedly a second creation. Both the melody and the lyrics are excellent. It is difficult to imagine an adapted song that can be equal to or even surpass the first song in terms of quality, From this shows the talent of the singer and even the composer. The song is a good song and the voice is good, but Takayuki Hasegawa next to him suddenly spoke. Under the curious eyes of everyone, he couldn't help but laugh. The song title is too tacky. This statement made everyone at the scene and even in front of the TV burst into laughter. Indeed, since yesterday, there have been so many songs with the title Sakura that it's really painful. Teacher Huang, what do you think of this song? Fei Yu laughed and asked Huang Guang carefully. The music touches people's hearts, Huang Guang said with a faint smile. Whether a song can be liked depends on the melody first and then the singer's voice. The melody of the prelude is an important factor that determines whether the listener can continue listening, and the same goes for the singing. This song is undoubtedly a success. The melody and singing are undoubtedly of a high level, especially the low voice and smile at the end elevate the song to a new level. I believe the audience here is at that level. Sometimes I feel like I'm getting an electric shock. This is the power of a good song. It seems that the 4 judges all rated this song very highly, Fei Yu said, looking towards the middle. Ji Ling, the most senior person present and a leading figure in the music world. I've said all the good things you said. Ji Ling shook her head and smiled, but she still said slowly, what matters most to me about this song is the lyrics. Every song is a story, but most of the songs are not empty, subtle, exaggerated. There are few lyrics that are so ordinary and moving. The lyricist of this song Sakura has obviously put a lot of effort into it. As teacher Huang said, this is a moving song. But in front of the TV, Susiener was listening to the judges' praises in a daze, almost floating in the sky, but Ji Ling's but brought her back to reality. What I fear most about being praised is the word but. Not only was Susiener's heart raised, but Lin Jingshu was also very nervous at the side. The singer's emotional skills obviously haven't passed the test yet. As soon as he said this, the 4 judges next to him didn't say anything, and they didn't even show any expressions of surprise. Obviously they agreed with Ji Ling's words in their hearts. Fei Yu held the microphone and said subconsciously, Teacher Ji, please speak clearly. Then let me be more specific, Ji Ling said with a slight smile. Whether it is the lyrics or the melody, the quality of the song is beyond the standard, and the singer's singing skills are also very outstanding, but skills are skills. If the emotion is not in place, the song will be greatly compromised. Maybe the happy laughter at the end is shuddering, but this is probably the singer's effort because he knows he can't master this song. Teacher Ji, do you mean that the singer of this song is not emotional enough? Fei Yu probed. Yes, the emotion is not in place. This song is undoubtedly great, but you will probably know the story of this song when you listen to the song and read the lyrics. This is a song composed by a mother after she lost her child. The finishing touch of laughter at the end showed that the mother had also figured it out, but the singer did not show it. This song is different from other songs. This song plays the emotional card, but the singer is obviously not in place, or the singer. Not a mother per se. Ji Ling made it very clear. This is a good song, but because of this, Ji Ling strives for excellence. As a mother, and even someone who is about to become a grandmother, Ji Ling understands the weight of the word mother. She naturally knows the heart-rending emotion when a mother loses her child, but this song Sakura does not express it. When Lin Jingshu heard this, she looked at Susiener carefully, but found that Susiener was touching the air above her head, which made her confused and said, Classmate Su, what are you doing? Let me see if my protagonist halo has fallen to the ground. Susiener had a sad face. She thought that once the song came out, she would kill all the gods and Buddhas. Obviously, she thought too much. After hearing the comments of the judges, she suddenly realized that it seemed that these judges did not know about Suzuki Sakura, which meant that these judges would not have any emotional bias at all. However, Susiener knew that the old lady with silver hair was right. Her emotional expression was indeed not in place. Because she had never been a father or a mother in her previous life, and she was even an orphan herself, and she had a very weak sense of family affection. Where was there any family affection in her heart? So she naturally didn't know what kind of mood it would be if the children of parents died. Without that kind of mood, how could she sing with that kind of taste? At this time, Ji Ling saw the thoughtful looks on the faces of several judges beside her, and couldn't help but smile. Don't think too much, putting aside this reason, this song is just as Mr. Huang said, it is a moving song, it is a song of extremely high quality. Don't change your opinion because of my remarks. That's what I said, but the judges present all know that without the real emotion, it will be difficult for this song to win the championship. 3/4. Transformed into a comic book artist. Author, Miao by Sheng Wu. Chapter 264. 40 million, my 40 million. Susienner was lying on the carpet, watching TV and wailing, so heartbroken that she couldn't breathe. She had already gotten the more than 40 million yuan, but when she took it, it turned out to be Ming coins. This is how Susienner feels now. Champion. Basically gone. According to Ji Ling's statement, coupled with the many high-quality songs in the song selection competition, she is probably going to be dumped. After all, this song has a fatal flaw. Why did it happen like this? It was my first time to participate in a competition, and it was my first time to win a championship. These two happy things were intertwined. It should have been a happy time like a dream. But, why did it become like this? Susienner murmured to herself, then looked at Lin Jingshu. Jingshu, I want to comfort you. Then without waiting for the other party to speak, she said bluntly, sleep with me tonight, don't refuse. Okay. Lin Jingshu didn't know whether to laugh or cry. Then she looked at Susienner and stood up and said, aren't you going to read it? Look. Anyway, the champion flew away. I went to play the game. Susienner curled her lips. The champion flew away. What else is there to see? Even if she advanced this time, she would probably be beaten by that white Sakura. Get rid of it. You must know that tragic songs are inherently inferior to inspirational songs. After all, this is a social trend, and positive energy is always promoted by the country. So no matter what, the judges will always prefer inspirational songs in their hearts. In other words, inspirational songs are more popular in the music industry. It's like one is the majestic and righteous path, and the other is the narrow path. So, it's weird to win. When Susienner returned to the room, her cell phone rang. When she saw that it was Asada Sayori calling, she couldn't help but feel depressed. When she thought about the contract, she became even more depressed. What's up? Listening to Susienner's gloomy voice, Asada Sayori's originally slightly excited mood suddenly stagnated. What's wrong with you? My 40 million is gone. What do you think happened to me? Susienner said angrily. Also, even if I don't win the championship, you should give me my contract. Of course, even if you don't win the championship, I will return the contract to you. But you have to tell me, was the song Sakura just written by you? Asada Sayori could imagine Susienner's depressed face now, but now she was not in the mood to tease, but asked in an expectant tone. It could be said that the last time she and Susienner talked about Suzuki Sakura, she was not impulsive. In addition, I also wanted to find someone to talk to, and I also placed my hopes on Susienner. Today, a song that fits so well appeared. Naturally, Sayori Asada didn't believe it was someone else's song. She thought it must be because Susienner heard about Sakura and adapted the song based on her experience. You know, Asada Sayori will watch every issue of the song selection contest with Suzuki Akiko. She didn't expect to hear such a song today. Looking at Suzuki Akiko with red eyes next to her, Asada Sayori sighed in her heart. It's mine. I thought this song would definitely win the championship. Even if you don't win the championship in the song selection competition, your song is already the championship in my heart. Asada Sayori breathed a sigh of relief after getting the accurate answer. This matter about Suzuki Sakura, she and Suzuki Akiko didn't want others to know, so if Susuener hadn't created it, then someone else must have known about it. If it were exposed, the media would probably swarm her, and Akiko would probably not be in a good mood at that time. Is there a championship bonus? Sorry, no. Sayori Asada cruelly said the words that made Susuener sad, and then laughed and said, I will send you your contract tomorrow, and for this song Sakura, Kyoze, and I beg you to sell it to us. Don't worry, no one else in the world can sing this song. The cover rights and copyright will be held by Sakura Group Chairman Akiko Suzuki. No one will ever sing it, including me. This song is tailor-made for Suzuki Sakura. Suzuki Akiko believes that her daughter will definitely like this song very much, even though the other party is no longer alive. I'll sell it if the price is right, Susuener said nonchalantly. Anyway, this song is for the competition. Once the copyright is sold, it will be sold. Anyway, she is not a professional singer, she is a cartoonist, and she has come to compete to sing. He will definitely not develop in the music industry for a long time if he doesn't do his job properly. Thank you, a soft and elegant voice came from the phone, which made Susuener a little confused. Then she realized that the voice should be Suzuki Sakura's mother, Suzuki Akiko. You're welcome, Susuener laughed dryly. Although she copied this song, in the hearts of Asada Sayori and Suzuki Akiko, she completely created the song based on Suzuki Sakura. Now the real owner has come to visit, she was still a little uncomfortable. Then Susuener chatted with Asada Sayori for a while and hung up the phone. Susuener threw her cell phone away and threw herself on the bed, crying, more than 40 million turned into 1 million, my heart hurts so much. When Susuener was heartbroken, Asada Sayori and Suzuki Akiko stopped paying attention to the song selection competition. For Suzuki Akiko, the song selection competition is to find songs for her daughter. Originally, she wanted to give the champion song to Sakura. Now that she has found the most suitable song, there is no need to pay attention to the song selection. Race. The same is true for Sayori Asada. She has been listening to music every day for the past month, and even she needs a rest. She estimates that the judges' ears are about to get calluses. While the three of them stopped paying attention to the song selection competition, the song selection competition was still going on. And the first place in this episode tonight was ranked first because of Susuener's first song Sakura, which made other songs seem pale in comparison, and she only had to wait for the next selection in a few days. Susuener had no emotion when Lin Jingshu brought this news. After all, this song selection competition was too strong, and there were many high-quality songs. In addition, Susuener felt that the championship had nothing to do with her, so she was too lazy to pay attention. And Lin Jingshu saw that Susuener was not interested, so she could only helplessly. Time passed. When the song selection competition came to the last day, Lin Jingshu brought Susuener a piece of news. What? I made it to the semi-finals. Susuener had a black question mark on her face, confused and very surprised. Damn. What happened in the past few days? Susuener was very confused. She thought she would be eliminated soon, but she made it to the semi-finals? Then Susuener looked at Lin Jingshu with resentment. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Didn't you say you didn't care about this competition? Lin Jingshu snorted. You also told me not to talk to you about the song selection competition, and said that it would hurt so much that I couldn't breathe. Susuener avoided the topic, stood up her petite body, hugged Lin Jingshu, and raised her head. Let's go. If you win the championship, I will treat you to delicious food and spicy drinks. Lin Jingshu said nothing, just rolled her eyes in response. 4/4. Transformed into a comic book artist. Author, Miao by Shen Wu. Chapter 265. Susuener and Lin Jingshu came to the living room. It was already 9 o'clock. They turned on the TV and saw the familiar host. Susienner turned to Lin Jingshu and asked, "Besides my Sakura, what other 3 songs are there?" It's really incredible that Susienner advanced to the semi-finals. However, Susienner didn't know that she thought too much that she couldn't win the championship. Although Ji Ling pointed out a big shortcoming of Sakura, her singing skills are very superb. In addition, few songs can surpass the lyrics and melody. This resulted in that although there is such a shortcoming, but the quality of the songs is unquestionable, so naturally they passed all the way to the semi-finals. It's just that Susienner thought it had shortcomings, so it was impossible to be selected. Little did she know that everything in the world has shortcomings. How could there be anything perfect? The same is true for songs, they cannot be perfect, and it is normal to have flaws. In fact, her song Sakura is very highly regarded in the music circle. After all, this is a second-time song. It is absolutely amazing to be able to achieve this kind of quality. One is White Cherry Blossoms, one is Bonds Under the Cherry Blossom Trees, and the last one is Thousands of Cherry Blossoms. Susienner nodded to express understanding, and then said, "Where is your song Flying Cherry Blossoms?" Lin Jingshu rolled her eyes at the other party and said nothing. Sakura Flying naturally failed, and it didn't even get the first place in the first issue and was directly eliminated. In the judges' eyes, this song was lacking in quality and the lyrics also had some flaws. However, the judges she was still positive about Lin Jingshu's voice, which made Lin Jingshu feel a little happy inside. After all, she can be recognized by the judges on TV. In her opinion, she has taken her first step. It was already past 9 o'clock, and this period's song selection competition had reached its end. Today's song selection competition is over, so this period of the song selection competition can be considered to be the real end. It can be said that the song selection competition is probably more exciting than the first song selection contest. After all, this involves more than 40 million in prize money and channel resources. Everyone in the music industry is paying attention to this competition. According to rumors, many first-tier singers have been eliminated. Of course, no one knows whether this is true or not. Anyway, the eliminated singers will definitely not say that they have participated in this competition. I am afraid only people from the 4 major groups know this. But most of China's music singers are affiliated with these 4 major groups. Naturally, no one will be exposed, and netizens can only rely on their own guesses. While Susienner was thinking about it, the semi-finals White Cherry Blossom and Bond Under the Cherry Blossom Tree had already been played on the TV. I have listened to these 2 songs many times before, the advantages and disadvantages have been basically mentioned, but every time I listen to it again, I always have a different feeling. The Bond Under the Cherry Blossom Tree is about a love story. This story is undoubtedly poignant, but there are too many poignant songs in the eyes of the public. Even if it stands out, it still can't compare to White Sakura in terms of stunningness. Teacher G is right, the Bond Under the Cherry Blossom Tree tells the poignant love story, but White Cherry Blossom is even more shocking. Whether it is the singers singing or the inspirational lyrics, it is better than Bonds Under the Cherry Blossom Tree is on a higher level, especially the singers singing makes the song even better. I have to say that if I had to choose, I would also choose White Cherry Blossoms. I am different. One by one, the judges expressed their praise for the songs, but now everyone knows which song is expected to enter the finals. After hearing the judges' comments, it seems that the first place in the semi-finals has been decided, but in the end, let's ask the judges to make the final selection. Maybe it will be an upset. Fei Yu held the microphone and teased the atmosphere. However, an upset is out of the question. Since the song has reached this point, every song is the best among the best, and as a high-quality song, the judges will be more careful in their evaluation of the song, so when White Sakura won the first place with a vote of 4:1 at that time, neither the audience nor the judges were surprised. The song White Sakura was a song that appeared in the first phase of the song selection competition and was also the first place in the first phase. It has received a lot of fans online. Many people want to know how to sing this song. Who is singing? But the song selection competition is not over, and the singer cannot be exposed, so it has always been a mystery. Of course, not only White Sakura, other songs are also loved. When their favorite songs are eliminated, fans are disappointed, but there is nothing they can do about it. The songs they like do have various shortcomings. It can be said that the 5 judges talked about the advantages and disadvantages of the song, which enriched the knowledge of many fans who only listened to the song. Now that the first round of the semi-finals has been decided, let's move on to the second round. When Fei Yu's voice fell, a familiar melody sounded. Wow, it sounds so good. I was hooked as soon as this melody came out. If this song doesn't win the championship, it would be a shady thing, Susiener said with a narcissistic look on her face. Lin Jingshu rolled her eyes at the other party, obviously used to Susiener's shamelessness. However, Lin Jingshu also knows that this song's ability to attract fans is too powerful, and it is more terrifying than White Cherry Blossom. The reason is none other than that this song was created a second time with Sakura Sakura Wants to See You. You must know that just because of this song and that music MV, Susiener's fans have skyrocketed. Many fans who don't like reading comics pay attention to Susiener because of the word water pen. From here we can see how much fans Sakura Sakura Wants to See You has attracted. The melody of Sakura is so familiar, so many fans went to Susiener's Weibo to ask if she composed this song. Of course, Susiener ignored these questions. In other words, she has not logged into Weibo recently, and she does not know that many people are making trouble on her Weibo. But even if she knew, Susiener would not answer. After all, what are the rules of the song selection competition? However, her non-denial attitude also made many fans think that Susiener was acquiescing. It can be said that the song Sakura has an innate fan base that is much higher than the songs in the song selection competition. Of course, many people think that this song was not written by Susiener. After all, this song was written by her mother to her deceased daughter. Susiener was only a teenager, how could she have a daughter? Of course, there are some haters who have no limits, plausibly saying on the internet that Miyagi was obviously pregnant, and then aborted his own daughter, and then wrote a song out of guilt. This kind of rhetoric was quickly drowned in the sea of fans. Some extreme fans even sexually assaulted each other. The black fan who was so frightened came out to apologize directly. Of course, Susiener didn't know this. And when her song ended and the melody of the second song Thousands of Cherry Trees started playing, Susiener couldn't help but widen her eyes, with a look of disbelief on her face. Isn't this so cute, Senbonzakura? You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Transformed into a comic book artist. Author, Miao by Shen Wu. Chapter 266. Carrying out the Restoration Revolution in the name of boldness and invincibility. An open and above-board anti-war country. Ride a two-wheeled vehicle with the Hinomaru mark. Evil spirits, retreat ICBM. When the lyrics of the song appeared, Susiener was completely confused when she heard the cheerful voice of the girl. Apart from the name of the song, the melody and lyrics of the song are exactly the same as the Senbonzakura in the previous life. Senbonzakura is a legendary song of Princess Hatsune Miku. In the previous life, the number of broadcasts exceeded 10 million on February 11, 2016, becoming the third mythical song, stunning the world. This song even won the 100 Famous Songs of the Island Country That Are Praised to the World award, and won the 25th place. Its program was broadcast on Tokyo TV, and its popularity reached its peak. When Senbonzakura was introduced to the Chinese market, it had been popular in the island country for several weeks. Words such as fresh, epic, co-prosperity, cherry blossoms, and purity can almost become the special synonyms of this song. In China, this song has almost appeared in major comic exhibitions, especially in the golden period from the second half of September 2011 to the last 3 years when the song became popular all over the world. Almost everyone was talking about this song. It can be said that this is a work of epoch-making significance, and now it has appeared in this world. Of course, Susianer didn't have any fluctuations in her heart, because even if she was asked to create this song, she probably wouldn't take it out, because it is an anti-war song that really satirizes the island country. So as a Chinese, she naturally wouldn't take it over, although it's a pity, but Susianer knows that she can do whatever she wants, but there are some things that must be avoided. The islanders in this world have been incorporated for national integration and have become the 57th ethnic group, the He tribe. Then the country will definitely not let those who are interested in blocking national integration. After all, it has been less than 100 years since World War II, and there must be some He tribe elders who are still resentful. If there were such songs, TV series, and movies that satirized the Japanese, they would probably be censored in less than a day. Of course, it's not just the Japanese, but other ethnic groups will suffer the same fate. So Susianer certainly wouldn't be bored and bring out this song, not now, not in the future. This is what Susianer thinks. Of course, in the past life, many people also sneered at Senbonzakura. After all, what anti-war songs and what satirizing the island country are all over interpreted by netizens. Some islanders don't know what it means, and the author Black Rabbit P didn't say anything. Some netizens even said that the song is completely praising the island country's behavior in World War I and World War II, and whitewashing the island country's own illegal behavior. Susianer also thinks these remarks are good, but she thinks some things are not groundless. After all, some of the lyrics in it are indeed satirizing the island country itself. Of course, what really made Susianer think that this song is an anti-war song is that she sang Orphan Tears under the Peace Memorial statue at the SIA branch venue in Nagasaki, and the anti-war theme is very clear. In the 66th Red and White Song Contest, Senbonzakura was also sung by Kobayashi Sachiko. Singing Senbonzakura in this Red and White Song Contest with a clear anti-war theme is an official recognition of anti-war. This is why Susianer believes that Senbonzakura is an anti-war song. Of course, it is also a song that satirizes the island country. The lyrics of A Bright and Upright Anti-War Country alone show a strong sense of irony. And this is also the reason why she doesn't want to copy this song, because she is a Chinese. What will happen if she creates a song that satirizes the Japanese people? You can tell with your toes that it will definitely cause trouble for her, so it is best for the Japanese people to create the song themselves. If this world is the same as in the previous life, and the island country still exists, she will definitely copy it unscrupulously, and then when the media asks her if she satirizes the island country, she will definitely smile and nod as a matter of course, saying yes, it is a mockery of the island country, and she will even stir up trouble on the internet. However, this world is not okay. Of course, since the song selection contest does not know the singer and composer, although there are discussions about this song online now, most people think that this song should be composed by the He tribe members themselves. You know, there are many He tribe members in the entertainment industry. Oh, Thousand Sakura Trees actually defeated Sakura 4:1. It seems that there will be a fierce battle in the finals. Just when Susianer was in a daze thinking about things, the host's voice brought her back to her senses. Then Susianer looked confused, turned her head and looked at Lin Jingsha next to her, staring and said, "I lost." She was in a daze just now and didn't even finish listening to the song. She didn't hear what the judges said clearly, and it ended like this, which made her feel a little bit of a toothache. Yes. Lin Jingsha nodded, and then comforted, "Don't be sad, after all, this song Thousand Sakura Trees is very important in the music industry. I heard from Professor Huang that many singers in the music industry are now discussing this song, and they all want to know who composed it. The most important thing is that if you listen to the singer's voice, it's completely a girl, and many people want to know who it is. Although Susiener was a little discouraged, she also expressed understanding. Why did thousands of cherry blossoms defeat her? When the singer's performance was perfect, the judges had to start their evaluation based on the theme of the song. And the Sakura she sang was completely a tragic song. In addition, Sayori Asada also told her that the story of Suzuki Sakura was not known at all, so her song had no bonus points at all, even tears. If she can't be deceived, and if her singing skills are not emotional enough, she will naturally be eliminated. No matter how superb her singing skills are, there is no hope. As for Senbon, the reason why Thousand Sakura Trees eliminated her was entirely because the song's purpose was very clear. Anti-war. This is an eternal theme. Sayori Asada's Cherry Blossoms Never Die is an anti-war song with a beautiful voice and a clear theme, pushing the other party to the throne of the Queen of Heaven. The singer of Thousands of Cherry Trees obviously expressed the theme perfectly. He sang this song with a slightly cheerful voice under the melody of the song. When he was satirizing the island country, he was also satirizing the war. So it was natural for her to lose. Just when Susiener was unhappy about losing, Ji Ling on the TV spoke before the host Fei Yu spoke. Host, there is no need to play the song in the finals, although I really want to continue listening. 2 songs at a time, but now I want to meet the singer of Thousand Sakura Trees even more. Fei Yu was indeed a veteran. He was caught off guard and said with a smile, it seems that the 5 judges have already decided on the winner's song. Although it does not comply with the rules of the song selection competition, several of us discussed it yesterday. In this song selection competition, it is obvious that Thousands of Sakura Trees has reached another level in terms of song concept, and White Cherry Blossoms, although it is inspirational, due to the perfect skills of the 2 singers, we as judges can only choose the winner based on the concept of the song. Music has no borders, and the songs themselves do not need to be ranked high or low, but this is a competition, and the competition means that other songs must be eliminated. Although it is cruel. But when one is inspirational and one is anti-war, we can only be very sorry. Since the 5 judges and teachers have said so, let's start voting. The final result was that Thousands of Sakura Trees eliminated White Sakura with a score of 4:1. Okay. After 33 days of song selection competition, we finally have the winner. Of course, the audience friends in front of the TV should not leave. At the end, we have another link, which is to reveal who is the winner of the song selection competition. Please look at the big screen at the back. Let's count down for 5 seconds and let's announce the winner. When host Fei Yu finished speaking, the big screen at the back started counting down in the form of numbers 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 seconds flew by. When a cute 2-dimensional face appeared on the big screen, not only the audience, judges, and host went to the refrigerator to pick up Sprite and came over. Susiener, who had just come over and took a sip, sprayed. Sujug. 2 halves. Transformed into a comic book artist. Author, Miao by Shen Wu. Chapter 267. Sujug. Susiener spit out a mouthful of Sprite before she could drink it, and then quickly wiped her mouth with a tissue to avoid Lin Jingshu's lecture. In terms of hygiene, Lin Jingshu's authority at home is inviolable. Anyway, since Lin Jingshu moved in, the house has been clean and there is no dirty place. Lin Jingshu cleans the whole room every day to avoid the room being dirty. According to Susiener's idea, Lin Jingshu must have a slight misophobia. As a result, she turned her head and saw that Lin Jingshu's mouth opened into an O shape, her eyes were wide and staring at the picture on the TV, and the whole person looked very shocked. For a long time, Lin Jingshu pulled Susiener's sleeve without turning her head and stammered, Su classmate, is, Jug. I saw it. Susiener had calmed down at this time, looking at the picture on the TV, with an indescribable expression on her face. She didn't expect that the one who pressed her to the ground and rubbed her was Sujug. By the way, can a virtual singer also participate in this kind of talent show? Is this live or recorded? It's live. Look at the two words in the upper right corner. Susiener heard it and looked again, and it was indeed a live broadcast, which means that the scene now is synchronized with their time. The song selection competition itself is a TV live broadcast and a network live broadcast competition, so when Sujug appeared on the big screen, the judges and the audience were stunned, and when the people watching the live broadcast in front of the computer reacted, their eyes were ignited and flashing with extremely excited emotions. Sujug. It turned out to be Sujug. The singer who sang 1,000 Cherry Trees was actually a virtual singer. Many people who didn't know Sujug were confused. Could it be that the contestant didn't want to show up, so she used a two-dimensional image? But that doesn't make sense. Why is this beautiful girl with a two-dimensional image so lively, and she keeps saying hello? At this time, when everyone was in a daze, Sujug on the screen looked at the scene with curiosity, and then waved, "Hello, can you hear me?" Judges. Host. Can you hear me? Is this a human? Is this a human in the second dimension? Seeing Sujug waving humanely, many people who didn't know Sujug existed were completely stunned, and many fans of Sujug became excited. After reacting, they opened the web page, ran to Taiba, QQ, Weibo to promote everywhere. In an instant, many people who don't like watching TV saw this news on major platforms, turned on the TV or online live broadcast with curiosity, and then saw Sujug on the big screen and were stunned. Can virtual singers participate in real talent shows? Is it because the real person doesn't want to show up, so she uses a two-dimensional image to show up? The person above seems to be a newbie. Her Royal Highness doesn't even know about it? Oh my God, Her Royal Highness is here for the talent show? Why didn't you say anything on Weibo? You newbies, please understand the rules of the song selection competition before discussing it. Many viewers who didn't know what was going on looked incredible. At this time, the host also reacted. Holding the microphone, Feiyu was shocked just now, but as a host, his professional quality is very high, but he still didn't understand. Then he asked a question according to his own thinking, "This contestant, are you unwilling to show up, so you designed a two-dimensional image?" "Oh? Of course not, I am this image, but my fans like to call me Her Royal Highness." The host's question made many people burst out laughing. It is obvious that Feiyu didn't know the existence of Sujug, the virtual singer, so he asked a very stupid question. But this is understandable. After all, the virtual singer has only been out for a short time. Sujug is only popular in the act circle, and she is not even famous in the music circle. Although the world is the same, the circles are different. Sujug's songs are also known by some people in the music circle, but if you don't go to learn about it, you only know that there is a singer named Sujug, called Her Royal Highness by fans, and then there is nothing else. First, there is no famous person in the music circle named Sujug, and second, some famous singers will not know about unknown singers. This is reality. So when Sujug appeared on the big screen, the judges were stunned for a while, not to mention Feiyu. And Susiener couldn't help but complain, which staff member let Sujug talk like this? He also called himself Her Royal Highness, which is really shameless. I blushed. But Jug is Her Royal Highness. The previous story was too sad. Lin Jingshu had stars in her eyes. That was just to scare you kids. Susiener rolled her eyes. Lin Jingshu annoyed her. She was obviously the best. Why did she have to worship Sujug? Sujug was also a second-dimensional character based on her image. If Lin Jingshu worshipped her, she could do whatever she wanted. If Lin Jingshu knew about this, she would definitely spit. She was too familiar with Susienner. She knew her living habits and conversation style very well. How could she possibly worship her? Just like Su Ying, because she was not very familiar with Susienner, she always admired Susienner in her heart. When chatting online, Lin Jingshu was embarrassed to expose Susienner's living habits. Time -1s passed. Fei Yu on the TV was listening to Sujug's words, and for the first time in his life, he didn't know how to answer the call. He didn't know about Sujug's existence, and the officials of the song selection contest didn't disclose Sujug's existence. In other words, even the officials themselves were confused. During the finals, the official contacted the four singers. After all, if they win the championship, they must appear on the screen. You must know that the title of the winner of the song selection competition is very high quality. The song selection competition itself requires original songs, coupled with singing. The quality of the songs that can reach the finals is hard to fault. Whether it's singing, lyrics or composition, the quality is extremely high. Unexpectedly, when they came to the door, the address was the headquarters of Station B. When the staff contacted the person, it was a middle-aged man named Chu Fan. Then the staff learned about Sujug's existence and couldn't help but be shocked. Later, when the winner was Thousand Sakura Trees, the staff's expressions were also wonderful, and they obviously wanted to know what the public would think. Now the staff has seen it too. Everyone is confused. This is the reaction of the public. This song selection competition won't be messed up, right? Fei Yu held the microphone, thinking to himself, and said with a calm smile, "That's it, contestant Su, is this song your own original creation?" Fei Yu didn't ask if you were an idiot like a human being. Anyway, the online and real media would definitely find out later. He wanted to figure out the problem with this song now. According to the judges, this is an anti-war song that satirizes the island country decades ago, so in order to appease the He clan people, they naturally have to ask. "Oh, this is Kuraki-sensei's song." Teacher Kuraki, Fei Yu's heart moved. Is it Teacher Kuroki area? Yes. This answer made Takayuki Hasegawa behind him breathe a sigh of relief. Kuroki era, a member of the Kazu tribe, is a famous lyricist, composer, and arranger in the Chinese music circle, known as a genius, and a well-known anti-war person. It is normal for him to write the song Thousand Sakura Trees. In this case, some He clan members will not seize the black spots and cause trouble on the internet. Who is this Haim Yuan? When Susienner heard the name at home, she couldn't help but ask Lin Jingshu. It turns out to be Teacher Haimu. Lin Jingshu said with bright eyes when she heard the question. "I said you probably don't know the name, but you should know Black Rabbit P, right?" Black Rabbit P? I wipe it? Original author? In the previous life, Senbonzakura was created by Black Rabbit P. Susienner was confused. She didn't expect it to be the original author. Thunder and lightning are coming. Transformed into a comic book artist. Author, Miao by Shen Wu. Chapter 268. In the previous life, Senbonzakura was indeed the masterpiece of Black Rabbit P. Unexpectedly, in this world, the other party is a famous arranger in the entertainment industry, which makes Susienner sigh at the magic of the world. "I'm going to play games." Susienner lost interest after learning this. There is no way the quality of Senbonzakura is there. If it is regarded as an essay, it will be a perfect essay. It is an anti-war song, the title is right, and it meets all the conditions of the song selection competition. In addition, the intention is profound. It would be a shame if it didn't win the first place. In addition, the singing is perfect. Susienner said GG. "Aren't you going to finish watching?" Lin Jingshu asked curiously. "Didn't you let Jug participate?" "How is that possible?" Susienner curled her lips. "How could I increase my competitors? That's more than 40 million. When I dreamed, I thought it would be great if I was the only contestant in this song selection competition. Really, I thought you let Jug participate for the prize money. Lin Jingsha couldn't help but mutter when she heard this. After all, if it was Susienner, she would definitely do such a thing. Lin Jingsha knew Susienner's usual words and behavior habits very well. How can it be? Susienner was about to refute Lin Jingsha righteously, but her eyes suddenly lit up, and she touched her chin with her little hand and said, "You're right, I should go and ask for money." Lin Jingsha was confused when she heard this, and didn't know what Susienner was talking about. Susienner immediately picked up her phone and called Chen Rui while returning to the room. "Hello, Miobi teacher, you called me, didn't you see the song selection competition? Give me half of the prize money." Ah, Chen Rui was dumbfounded. He thought Susienner came to congratulate him for the first time, but he didn't expect that she came to ask for money straight away, which made him laugh and cry. "Miobi teacher, are you sure you are not taking revenge on me?" Susienner participated in the competition. Chen Rui didn't need to ask about this news. He knew that since Sujug participated in the song selection competition, he was still very concerned about this competition. In addition, the tune of Sakura was obviously adapted from Sakura Sakura Wants to See You, so Chen Rui knew that it must be Susienner who participated in the competition. As for why she participated in this competition, looking at the prize money of more than 40 million for the champion, Chen Rui knew it clearly. Now Susienner's sudden call made Chen Rui even more certain. After all, Sujug snatched the championship from Susienner. It would be strange if Susienner didn't hate him. But Chen Rui was wrong. Susienner participated in this competition mainly to get back the contract from Asada Saori. As for the bonus, it was secondary. Well, it was definitely secondary. Thinking about it, Chen Rui said with a pained face, "Miobi teacher, let's talk about the bonus after it is issued. After all, Jug is a virtual singer. It is not known whether the people of Sakura Group admit it or not. If the other party uses Sujug as an excuse that she is not human, the championship will be gone. Such a big competition, how can you regret it? The rules of the competition do not stipulate that chicken, duck, cow, horse virtual singers cannot participate in the competition. So in your heart, chicken, duck, cow, horse, and virtual singer are of the same status." Chen Rui complained fiercely in his heart, and then he could only say helplessly, "It's not impossible to give you half, but you have to agree to one condition of mine." Although Sujug is a virtual singer of B Station, Jug herself is separated from Susienner, and the external publicity is Susienner's two-dimensional sister, so, plus the other party is still a major shareholder of B Station, it is understandable to share half. Really, Susienner's eyes were dollar, and she nodded hurriedly. "You say half is more than 20 million, that's a lot of money." She came here to ask for money, just to try it out. After all, what if Chen Rui gave it to her when he had a brain attack? Unexpectedly, the other party actually gave her half when he had a brain attack. Chen Rui coughed lightly and said, "Mr. Miobi, please write a few more songs for Jug, preferably of higher quality, like 9981. Jug's fans have always hoped that B Station can hold a concert, but without a few good songs, it really can't hold the place." "No problem. It's just writing songs, anyway, it's copied from her, and she doesn't need to use her brain. With such simple conditions, the 20 million is too easy to make. Ahem, in addition to the song, our B Station is going to hold a comic exhibition this winter, and then on the same night, we will hold a concert for Jug. The venue is in Shanghai. If possible, can you come to the concert, Mr. Miobi?" Chen Rui knows that Susienner doesn't want to show up, but the problem is that Susienner can't hide for a lifetime. It's unrealistic. B Station and Tencent Animation are almost unable to cover up. Even the people of the Animation Administration Bureau said that many people are asking about Susienner's news, including some second generation. Of course, it's not for the purpose of wanting to take advantage of Susienner. If someone really dares to do so, the Animation Administration Bureau will probably jump out first to kill that guy. After all, the senior management of the Animation Administration Bureau has already planned to establish Susianer as a model, so if they want to establish a banner-like figure, such a dark thing will naturally not be allowed to happen. So, unless Susianer herself is dating boys normally, the people of the Animation Administration Bureau will warn some people who are plotting ill within their authority. And those who are asking about Susianer's news, although they are some second generation, but they are all fans of Susianer, both men and women, and they all said they want to meet Susianer. After all, Susianer is too mysterious, so Chen Rui thinks that it is not a good idea for Susianer to hide like this. It is better to expose her directly. After all, the senior year of high school is over. Does she have to hide for 4 years of college? Even if they want to help Susianer continue to hide, how can the media agree? The most important thing is that Susianer goes to Huaxia Conservatory of Music. There are too many celebrities there. Some of them are still students. They are first-class singers in the music circle. Although there are few such people, they are not absent. So the most lacking thing in Huaxia Conservatory of Music is media reporters. Chen Rui dare not believe that Susianer will not be noticed by the media with her cute appearance. Reporters are not blind. So it is better to show up at Sujug's concert when she is exposed. This can attract popularity and build momentum for Sujug. Isn't it killing two birds with one stone? Impossible. Susianer resolutely rejected this condition. Exposed. What a joke, she still wants to continue to be decadent. The most important thing is that she is going to post a retirement announcement on Weibo in the near future. This is something she has thought about carefully. She plans to have fun in college and doesn't want to draw comics or sing songs. College is all about having fun. Starting tomorrow, I will resume updating twice a day. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Transformed into a comic book artist. Author, Miao by Shen Wu. Chapter 269. Miaobi teacher, how about you consider it? No way. Chen Rui was helpless, thinking in his heart that he should wait for Susianer to expose herself before looking for her. Anyway, the winter comic exhibition prepared by B Station will take several months, and it's only summer now. The summer comic exhibition has not started yet. As long as Susianer exposes herself, the other party will probably give up. After all, she has been discovered. If he looks for Susianer later, as long as he gives enough benefits, he is not afraid that Susianer will not come. Chen Rui believes that this time will not be too late. In fact, B Station, Tencent Comics, and the Animation Administration Bureau can no longer suppress it. Susianer became famous a year ago. In this year, too many people have come to inquire about Miaobi teacher. They feel a little incredible that he can suppress it for nearly a year. Although Chen Rui asked employees to sign a confidentiality agreement in the company, he still doubted whether the employees would reveal it. After all, when Susianer came to B Station, she was open and above board. So under the crowd, who knows if it has been exposed? Susianer naturally didn't know what Chen Rui was thinking. After hanging up the phone, she went back to her room to play games. As for the song, there was no rush. Anyway, the other party said that it would be before the winter comic exhibition. Summer is not over yet, and the comic exhibition for the summer vacation has not started yet. There is still too much time before winter. So, the most urgent thing is to have fun in time. Summer vacation, it's so wonderful. In this way, Susianer played games in her room all night, and she didn't know that something happened on the internet about her, or about the song she participated in the song selection competition. At the end of the song selection competition, the champion was confirmed to be Sujug. This surprised Chen Rui a little, but it was natural after thinking about it. Although in his mind, this song selection competition was for several major groups to recruit music talents, there was no rule that virtual singers could not participate, so it was not explicitly stated in the rules. Now under the watchful eyes of the national audience, if he regretted it, his credibility would be questionable, and the credibility of any competition in the future would also be at stake. However, even if these groups regretted it, Chen Rui would not be angry. After all, his goal had been achieved. Sujug won the first place and his fame had been completely spread. The bonus was harmless. Although he was jealous of those publicity resources, he also knew that it would probably not be Sujug's turn. Chen Rui had already made mental preparations for this. Their B station had its own publicity resources. Although the strength could not be compared with those of these large groups, it could not be underestimated. When the news tonight was spread in major media and platforms tomorrow, Chen Rui knew that it was time for him to start building momentum for Sujug. Thinking about it, Chen Rui looked at the time. It was already past 10 o'clock in the evening. He would rest early tonight and call everyone to hold a meeting tomorrow to discuss Sujug's affairs. As a result, just as he was about to take a bath and go to bed, Chu Fan called. "Mr. Chen." "Look online," Chu Fan's urgent voice came, and then he thought of something and added, "Weibo." "What's wrong?" Chen Rui's heart tightened when he heard Chu Fan's anxious tone. "Look at it online, it's hard to say." Chen Rui was about to ask a question, but found that the other party had hung up the phone. The corner of his mouth twitched, and he didn't blame the other party in his heart. Instead, he sat back in front of the computer and opened Weibo. As soon as he went on Weibo, Chen Rui saw the first hot search information at first glance. "Suzuki Akiko, do this, are you worthy of Xiaoying?" "Suzuki Akiko? Who is it?" Chen Rui frowned, feeling a little familiar with the name, and then he was shocked. "Isn't this the chairman of Sakura Group?" Thinking of Chu Fan's words, he couldn't help but click on this Weibo. As soon as he entered, he found that the person who posted this Weibo was a person named Tangram. Then Chen Rui glanced and saw the other party's latest Weibo, which was also the Weibo that was forwarded crazily in the past 2 hours. Before talking about this, I would like to apologize to Ms. Asada Sayori and Ms. Suzuki Akiko. According to the hospital's rules, I should have kept this matter confidential, but the song selection contest was so infuriating. My words are not important, so I want to use the power of Weibo to hope that Chairman Suzuki will pay attention to it. After talking about this, I will resign from the hospital. I am a head nurse at Yanjing Harmony Hospital. A few months ago, I received a task, which is to take care of a little girl full-time. This little girl is Suzuki Sakura, the daughter of Suzuki Akiko, the chairman of Sakura Group. Suzuki Sakura is a patient with advanced liver cancer. Because she is a carrier of the hepatitis B virus, she has developed lesions within this year. She is only 7 years old. As a woman who cannot have children, I have always loved children, but as a senior nurse, I have seen too many separations and deaths in the hospital, so my emotions were very complicated at the time. I fell in love with Suzuki Sakura when I first met her. The little girl was not noisy and naughty like other children. On the contrary, she was very well behaved and sensible and would think of others. It was very happy and a very happy thing to take care of Suzuki Sakura in the past few months, but I was also very painful when I thought about being separated from Sakura in a few months. 2 months ago, Sakura told me that her mother was going to hold a competition for her. Originally, this competition was supposed to be held 1 month before Sakura's birthday, but Sakura did not hold on until 1 month before her birthday and died. When this song selection competition came out, I knew that this was a competition held by Chairman Suzuki for his daughter. For this song selection competition, I stayed in front of the TV every day. Although I knew that my level was not as good as the judges, I knew Sakura's request. She wanted the song to be about her or about Sakura. As a nurse who has interacted with Sakura, I hope to hear a song that is appropriate. And at the end of the month, this song appeared. The name of this song is Sakura. After listening to this song, I knew that this song was definitely the champion. Although it had shortcomings in the judge's mouth, for a person who understood the facts for people, this song is undoubtedly the champion, because this song is about Sakura, and the lyrics contain a mother's longing for her daughter and her heartbreaking feelings. The most important thing is that Sakura died in May, and the month sung in the lyrics does not include May, so this song was created entirely for Sakura, so why is it not the champion? If even this competition has a shady background, then this sea of maternal love is really ridiculous. I hope Chairman Suzuki can give Sakura an explanation. Chen Rui's face turned darker and darker as he looked at it, and finally he couldn't help but rub his forehead with a headache. What a wonderful stroke again. 1/2. Transformed into a comic book artist. Author, Miao by Shen Wu. Chapter 270. After reading this Weibo post, Chen Rui expressed that he was very angry, and he was the only one in the house now, so he didn't need to keep smiling. MMP. Chen Rui has a headache now. Originally, according to his and Chu Fan's plan, if Sujug could really win the championship, they would definitely do enough publicity to build momentum for Sujug. He was thinking the same thing just now, but this happened. He knew why Chu Fan was anxious, because he was also anxious now. Now this Weibo is the #1 hot search topic. It has only been 2 hours. What about tomorrow or the day after tomorrow? It is estimated that Weibo will be overturned. Although every trending topic on Weibo will pass quickly, it still takes time. And now that Sujug has just won the championship, the song selection competition is the hottest time. Although it is over, the influence reaches its peak at the end of the championship. As long as the publicity is done well in the past 2 days, Sujug's fame may increase several times and he will successfully enter the public eye. As a result, as soon as this Weibo appeared, Chen Rui knew that the subsequent publicity plan would probably be aborted before it was even discussed, because the public's attention had shifted from the champion being a virtual singer to this event. Thinking about it, Chu Fan called again. Director Chen, have you read it? Look, Chen Rui said feebly, why did this Weibo spread so quickly? This head nurse is not a celebrity, nor a public figure, nor is she a big influencer on Weibo. Why was one of her Weibo posts spread to the entire internet in 2 hours? Dr. Chen, I just checked. This Tangram's head nurse often helps some sick people. Many netizens will consult each other online when they are sick, and this Tangram will also patiently answer some difficult questions. If the symptoms cannot be solved, she will also recommend these patients to go to the hospital or some conscience clinics. Over time, she will become famous and have more than 100 or 200,000 followers on Weibo. When Chen Rui heard this, he couldn't help but remain silent. Chu Fan's meaning is obvious. The fans of this head nurse are not zombie fans. On the contrary, most of the tens or hundreds of thousands of followers are probably people who respect and like this head nurse. So as soon as the other party posted on Weibo, and it was at the end of the song selection competition and when the popularity was at its highest, whether it was because he wanted to help the head nurse or to join in the fun, the Weibo was completely trended within 2 hours. Seeing that Chen Rui was silent, Chu Fan couldn't help but ask, Director Chen, what should we do now? What to do? He wanted to know too. Chen Rui couldn't think of a way at this time, so he had no choice but to say, let's take a look at the situation first, let's see how Suzuki Akiko handles this matter. The head nurse's Weibo made it clear that she just wanted to seek justice for Suzuki Sakura. At this time, Suzuki Akiko didn't know about this, she was sleeping. Ever since Susiena's song Sakura appeared and she bought the song, she no longer paid attention to the song selection competition. Although the song selection competition is held for Sakura, Its essence is to find a song for Sakura. Susiener's song Sakura made her cry. Although the judges said that Susiener's song lacked emotion, the song was too contagious for her, and she had a deep sense of empathy. This is a song that belongs to her daughter and she will keep it as a treasure. When you miss Sakura, just play it and listen to it. However, although Akiko Suzuki was sleeping, Sayori Asada was not. In other words, she was still very concerned about the song selection competition and wanted to know whether Susiener Sakura could win the championship. So naturally we found out what happened on Weibo very quickly. This incident made her stunned for a moment, then a flash of self-blame flashed in her eyes, and she called Suzuki Akiko. 2 calls later, Suzuki Akiko answered. "What's wrong?" Listening to the voice, Asada Sayori knew that Suzuki Akiko was probably sleeping just now, but now was not the time to sleep, so she told her about this, which also surprised Suzuki Akiko. After getting dressed and getting up, he came to the computer and opened Weibo. His face was complicated. "I didn't expect that Xiaoying would be loved by a head nurse before she left." Suzuki Akiko posted on her Weibo, intending to respond to the head nurse's Weibo, but something suddenly occurred to her, so she called Sayori Asada and asked, "Did Susiener not win the championship?" "Yes, but she didn't suffer." Although Asada Sayori didn't know that Suzuki Akiko was going to ask this question, she still answered truthfully. She was also right. After all, Sujug is the two-dimensional image of Susiener, and the other party as a shareholder of Station B. Susiener does not suffer at all. Suzuki Akiko didn't know this. After hearing this, she thought for a while and said, "I'll reply to this tomorrow." According to Sakura, that song should indeed be the champion, but for this competition, I and the chairman of the group discussed some things, so the judges didn't know anything about Sakura, otherwise the judges would have chosen the song Sakura, so I have to compensate Susiener. Although Suzuki Akiko did not explain it clearly, Asada Sayori, who has been with her for so long, understood instantly. She knew that if Suzuki Akiko responded to this Weibo in time, the impact of this incident would be eliminated instantly. Now Suzuki Akiko does not answer. If this matter is allowed to ferment for a day, Susiener's fame will definitely grow rapidly. Only. Is this, okay? If Sakura were still here, she would agree to what I did. Suzuki Akiko smiled softly. We never wanted Sakura's affairs to be exposed before, but after thinking about it these days, everyone in the company knows that I have a daughter. It's okay if I don't see Sakura for a day or two. If I don't see each other for a long time, this matter will be exposed sooner or later, and Susiener created such a song for Sakura and me, but because the judges of the song selection competition didn't know about it, it's unfair for her not to get the championship she deserves for what happened. No matter what, since Sakura's matter has been exposed and there is no way to cover it up, let it take its course and repay Susiener by the way. After all, buying Sakura with just money can't really represent her. Gratitude in my heart. If her daughter was still here, she would definitely agree with her idea, she firmly believed. Okay. Upon hearing this, Asada Sayori said that since Suzuki Akiko had already decided, she would not refuse, and she also felt that it was too unfair to Susiener before. After all, although Susiener's song was composed after hearing what happened to Sakura, which shocked her, it still made her feel guilty for not winning the title she deserved in the song selection contest held for Sakura. However, she also knew that Suzuki Akiko wanted to make this song selection contest nationally known, so she approached the chairman of other groups to discuss cooperation, which was to serve as a publicity channel for major groups. So this song selection competition is not a one-word show for the Sakura group. Thinking about it, Asada Sayori saw that the influence of this Weibo was continuing to spread, so she turned off the computer and went to sleep. Susiener was also sleeping at this time. If she knew about this, she would probably jump up and shout immediately. "Please, don't make me famous anymore. I'm someone who wants to retire." Two halves.